friends! Since Easter is just around the corner, we thought it would be nice to make some hot cross buns. Kia loves eating some hot cross buns every year during Easter time, and I think it's kind of a easy recipe to follow, which I like. It's not too many ingredients, it's just a little bit tweaking here and there, and you can make some really nice warm spiced. So now we will start with the recipe. I have divided the portion of mixing the dry ingredients first, and then we'll mix all the wet ingredients, and then we'll try and incorporate both. Now to begin with, I have taken here 2.5 cups of flour, which is about 500 grams of plain flour. To that I will be adding all my dry ingredients, starting off with some salt. Always good to season your buns with a little bit salt. Next up is some ground cinnamon. Cinnamon gives it nice spiced flavor, so be generous. Next I'm adding some ground cloves. If you can find a spice mix of cloves, nutmeg and cinnamon, you can use that so that you don't have to use 3 different spices. Next adding some nutmeg, so try to use the smallest part of your microblade. And next I will be adding 15 grams of yeast. It's a dry active yeast. All you need to do is just, yes, you can do it, Kia. Yeah, just make sure you mix it nicely, slowly and gently, okay? Make sure you're incorporating all the dry ingredients nicely, so all the flavors are coming together. One more thing I will add is some sugar. Now we are going to start mixing all our wet ingredients in another bowl. So I've taken some warm milk, it's about 175 ml. To that I'm adding 125 grams of my melted butter. You can also use softened butter if you have that. Next we will be adding 3 whole eggs, one by one. I have soaked some raisins, dark and light ones, in some pineapple juice that I had. You can just use normal water if you don't have any type of juices. Next I'm zesting 1 mandarin. If you have oranges you can use that, or a lemon instead. Adding the zest will give a nice fruity flavor along with your spiced dough. Now here's the tip. I like to use date syrup to be added to my wet ingredients. One thing, because it's very healthy, and secondly because it gives nice deep rich dark color to your buns. Now we are going to give it a good mix. Make sure all your eggs are broken and mixed with your milk. Later, you have to mix it first. Okay? You can see all the flavors are nicely incorporated in here. Once your wet and dry ingredients are nicely mixed, all we need to do is mix them together into a mixing bowl. Now if you don't have a mixing bowl, all you need to do is just pour the wet ingredients into your dry and then bring it together. Okay, Kia.
Don't drop this.
I won't. Okay. I promise.
Okay.
I will. Now we will start mixing it at level 1 so that the flour doesn't fly everywhere. Now one thing to remember is that this dough will not be very dry. It will be slightly on a wet side. So now you can see, once we keep mixing it and the gluten is released, it will all come together.
Do you like it? Can I have a taste?
No.
Yeah. How is it?
Yummy.
How is it? Taste? Have a taste?
It down, okay? Good job. Just take it off from here. Well done. Now we will dust the platform a little bit with flour, and then take the mix out of your stand mixer and give it a light knead. Now our dough is ready and we will start proving it. First we need to transfer it into a clean bowl. Just add a little bit oil at the bottom so it doesn't stick. As I said, it's kind of a sticky dough, so just lightly lift it and place. Just brush a little bit oil on the top so it doesn't form any skin, and then cover it with a glad wrap or a cling film for good 1.5 hours. While your dough is proving, you just need to gently brush the tray that you will be using for baking your hot cross buns, just so that when you place them, they won't stick. Our dough, you can see, has proven really nice and has doubled up in size. Now we will be starting to portion them into 12 equal balls and place them in the baking tray. Lightly dust your platform with some flour and then gently slide through your proven dough. Look how nicely it has risen. Just a little bit of flour on top just so that it doesn't stick to your hands and it's a bit manageable. Cut your dough into 12 manageable portions. So first 1/4, then cut each quarter into 3 pieces. Pull a piece out and gently roll. You can see it shouldn't have any creases on top and should be nice and smooth. Once it's done, gently transfer that into your tray. So we need to keep adequate distance in between each ball so that once we do the second proving, it will rise nicely. So I have rolled all the buns. I have got about 70 grams of buns. Now I'll slowly apply a dab of some oil just so that when we do the second proving, there won't be any skin formation on top. I have finished brushing all my buns now. Now next step is to get the paste ready for making those crosses on your hot cross buns. Okay, now for the cross, we need to take about 3 tablespoons of plain flour. To that, I have added 1 tablespoon of sugar and 2 tablespoons of water. See that you can easily pipe. Now if you don't have piping bag just like I don't, all I've done is just taken a sandwich bag. I've put some of that batter that I've made, and then we'll be piping it on top of our hot cross buns. Now that we have piped the cross mixture, now we will leave it to prove for another 40 to 45 minutes, and after that we will bake it at 200 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes. Glaze, ideally you can make a sugar syrup, not too thick, not too thin consistency, or traditionally they use apricot jam, which is slightly diluted, but here I didn't have any, so I had some strawberry jam in my pantry, so I just took about 1 tablespoon of strawberry jam, 1 tablespoon of water, warmed it up in the microwave for 30 seconds, and here we are. That's the strawberry glaze that we will put on top after baking. Now you can see it's been 45 minutes of the second proving and our buns have beautifully risen. Now next up, we're gonna put it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. In goes the bun. Look at these freshly baked hot cross buns. They're nice and steaming hot and soft.